Hi guys, welcome into the video. So this is kind of gonna be like a week-long reading vlog where I'm just gonna take you along. I'm just gonna kind of take you along and show you what a realistic reading week is like for me, because I do go to school and I do have sports, and I've worked out and stuff, so I just kind of want to show you how much I do realistically read in a week. And I'm gonna talk about some updates I've had and why I haven't posted in a couple weeks, maybe like 1 or 2. I'm not sure when this video will come out, so let's just get right into it. So why I haven't posted in a good chunk of time. Usually I try to post every Saturday. I don't think I got to that the last 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I got to that because I was on a cruise for about a week over spring break, and that was really fun. Me and my family went on a Caribbean cruise, and if you have not seen the packing for my cruise video, you should go watch that. It was just kind of me chatting and talking and everything. And anyways, that cruise was fun, but I started taking antibiotics for a sinus infection I got before the cruise, and about halfway through the cruise I started having a really bad allergic reaction. We didn't know it was an allergic reaction at the time. We thought it was heat rash at first, and then it was like these really red splotchy bumps and everything, and they're super itchy. It was really uncomfortable, and it just really sucked because I have never gotten heat rash before, so I was really actually surprised because I have lived in places that are pretty hot for a good chunk of my life, and so I was just super surprised I was reacting to the heat, but it ended up not being that. Maybe we went to urgent care like the day we got back. We went from the airport to urgent care because I was just miserable, and they kind of told us what it was, but also they're like, we were just kind of walking them through it and what happened and everything, and it could have been a allergic reaction mixed with this heat rash just because of the change of climate and everything with the cruise and the hotter places that we did go to, and that it really sucked. I was super itchy, and I am allergic to penicillin, and this antibiotic that they gave me, it was a 10% chance of people allergic to penicillin are allergic to this one, and of course I'm that 10%, so I did get that really bad reaction. But other than that, I did have a lot of fun. I really miss snorkeling and everything, and we got to go snorkeling in the Bahamas, and that was definitely interesting, definitely different than all the snorkeling I have done, but I just really loved it. And then on that cruise, I thought I was gonna read so much, so I brought like 3 books, and then I ended up reading like 4 chapters the whole cruise. And then on the flight back home, that's when I did most of my reading. I was like 60 pages into Love in Other Words, and that I only read those 60 pages on the cruise, and then back home I read like over 300 pages. It was like a 5-hour flight, and I finished Love in Other Words on that flight, and that's the book I read then, and that's the only book I finished through all of spring break, which I thought I was gonna read so much, but I ended up not reading as much as I like because I was just so busy. And then the last book I just read, let me grab it. The last book I read was Fearless by Lauren Roberts, and this book destroyed me. Oh my gosh. I love getting to see all these characters again, and it was just so good, okay? I was not seeing most of the plot twists that happened. I did not see those coming at all, and I accidentally spoiled it for me on Pinterest. I spoiled one of the plot twists, and I was really sad about that. I definitely was, but I don't know. I think the way she executed it, I was still super surprised, so it's okay. That was okay, but this book really just, it makes me want to go back and read the entire trilogy in its entirety, because this book really just moves all the pieces around. Everything I thought I knew in Powerless, it really just changes the whole dynamic of Powerless. Like, if I go back and read Powerless with the knowledge I have now, it's definitely gonna be altered. So it was so good. And I know a lot of people, or at least a couple of the reviews I've read, didn't like the ending, but I think I really liked it. Some reviews said it was like pointless or something, but I thought, I don't know, I'm kind of sappy, and if you read that ending, it gets me, okay? It gets me so much. Like, the way she ties in Adina and Mac in the end, I absolutely love that kind of full circle moment that happened there. And I don't know, this book was just so good, okay? I loved it. And so I gave this one a 5-star. I know we're not really supposed to, well, actually it's my vlog, so I can do what I want. So anyways, I gave this 5 stars. I loved it. I really did love it. I feel like it tied together this Powerless trilogy really well. And I really hope we get like another novella in this world or something. I'm pretty sure I heard that another novella is gonna come out by Lauren Roberts. And I don't know who it would be, but I want to be in this world still. Like, honestly, this was not enough, and it was almost 600 pages. So anyways, that's that book. And then an exciting update, my mom, for Easter, because we just had Easter and we like to exchange gifts on Easter. My mom got me a book and I'm so grateful. I got Daydream by Hannah Grace, and this was a new release last year. I believe it came out in 2024. Maybe it says in here, I don't know. Okay, yeah, it came out in 2024, and if you don't know, this is part of the, I believe it is the Maple Hills series. I think that's what it's called, Maple Hills. I'm not sure, but it's Icebreaker. So it's this book by Hannah Grace, and this was it. Henry, the main character of Daydream, and I don't remember this guy's name. Oh, Nate. Okay, so it's an interconnected standalone series, and you follow the hockey players in this series, so these guys. And this one, it wasn't my favorite book ever. It was definitely interesting, and I thought the spice was a little chaotic, but I still enjoyed it, and I did enjoy the characters in this book. I'm not sure if I will be picking up Wildfire or not. I've heard some not great things about it, but I did enjoy this book. It's just not my favorite ever, but this one I'm so excited for. Apparently the main female character is a book girly, and she's curvy, and I'm just so excited for this one because I also loved Henry, and I'm hearing there's a lot of representation in this book, and I'm just so excited. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up Wildfire, which is the second book in this connected standalone series, but I was just really excited about the main female character. Like, we love that. I love bookish girlies, and I'm just so excited. And the plot for this sounded really interesting. I'm not really gonna go into it, but I'm just super excited for this book. So thank you, Mom. And then let's get to the books I'm actually reading at the moment. So like I said, I finished Fearless yesterday, actually. And so I also started another book yesterday. I started Passion Project by London Sperry. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but look at this cover. It's gorgeous. I love it. So this was my April pick. And I was reading it, and I was really excited because it's a love letter to New York, and it's a cinnamon bun boyfriend. Like, that combination I absolutely love. I love sunshine boyfriends. I love book boyfriends. I just love it so much. And I also love letters to New York. I just love, I'm saying love a lot in the sentence, sorry. I really like New York settings. I think it's just really interesting, and I've never been to New York, but I one day want to go, and hopefully I'll be going this summer. So anyways, I am about 50 pages in. Last night I read through chapter 5, so I'm on chapter 6. I need to read today. Still, I haven't read today yet, but I read through chapter 5 last night, and I really like how she set up the book and everything, and I like getting to meet the characters, and I feel like we already got a lot on the main female character, and you can definitely tell where she is and her mindset is at. And I think already the main male character has, I think the main male character and the main female character are like kind of opposite. They are opposites, and I'm really hoping well, I guess we know they'll probably end up together because they are because this is a romance, right? Sorry, I don't know, I'm babbling on, but anyways, so yeah, that's basically what I've gotten to so far. The main female character, Bennett and Henry, have met, and they kind of went on a first date, but it's not really a date. They like hung out after some events that happen, which you'll read in the first couple of chapters, and basically they have set up these passion project thing, and it's mostly Henry's idea because, like the book said, Bennett, she's kind of miserable and down in the dumps, and her life isn't very colorful at the moment, and I think Henry will definitely pull her from this slump, I'd almost say. There's a reason behind it, which I'm interested to learn more about through the chapters. I'm not gonna tell you what the reasoning is, but I'm interested to see the backstory that Bennett has and kind of dig deeper into that topic and how she feels about that. And yeah, so I'm just interested about that. And then that's really all my thoughts on passion project so far. I'm enjoying it. Last night it was like probably a little past 10:30, almost 11, and I probably should have went to bed, but I just kept wanting to read chapters after chapter. I couldn't really put the book down, and I eventually had to force myself to just stop reading because I started reading pretty late last night. So anyways, that's all my updates on passion projects so far, and then I don't think I have any other bookish updates at the moment, so I should probably start reading. So yeah, I'm gonna go read, hopefully get past 100. I'm not sure if I'll film myself reading yet today, but I don't know. So I'll see you guys when I see you. So let's go read Passion Project by London Sperry. It has been 2 days since I last updated you on what I was reading. So in the last clip, you saw me reading on Tuesday, and I did also read yesterday, Wednesday, but I did not get any B-roll during that time. So here are some updates. I'm still reading Passion Project on page 315 out of, let's look, 315 out of 354. So I will be finishing today, probably in the next hour and a half or so if I start reading then, and hopefully I'll get some B-roll, but if I don't, it's okay. Now last night I ended on chapter, what is going on? Where'd my bookmark go? I ended on chapter 31, and I read about like almost 200 pages yesterday, so that's actually really surprising, but I'm really proud of myself. I'm really enjoying this book, and I definitely believe it may get close to a 5-star. Maybe it will be a 5-star, but I'm just enjoying it so much. And last night I actually ended on a part where the characters were kind of having a conflict, and I was like really sad because for some reason I'm so invested in the two main characters, Henry and Bennett, and yeah, I did kind of cry a little bit but I was just so tired, and I had to end on this part, and it was not okay. Like, they just had this big blow up. Well, it wasn't really a huge blow up, but I did not feel good going to bed like that after that part. It just kind of hurt me a little bit. Like I said, I'm very invested in these characters' lives for some reason. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the writing style, and I think the characters, I think she developed them really well, and I just really love it. And I know this is London, I don't know how to say her last name, Sperry, London's debut book, and I'm really excited. Hopefully she will be coming out with more work because I will definitely read it. I am enjoying this book so much. It's kind of giving like a rom-com, and I really love that, but there is like background and the characters have a lot of depth, and I'm just really enjoying it. So I'm hopefully gonna go read outside because it's sunny, and I just love to sit in the sun. And yeah, I'm gonna grab a snack and then we can get to reading out back, and I may film, but if I don't, it's okay. So let's finish this book. And look at, I love the inside hardcover. This part I like the colors, the pink and the pink and blue. I just think it's so pretty. Anyways, let's get to reading. Okay guys, so I finished Passion Project by London Spurry. I still have no idea how to pronounce his last name, but I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.75. It's like so close to a 5-star. I don't know why I'm not gonna give it a 5-star, to be honest. It just didn't give me that feeling, but I adored this book. I thought the characters were amazing, and I thought they had pretty good depth. I kind of just wish I got a little more from the ending. I don't really know what that is that I wanted, but anyways, I also really liked the plot to this book. I thought it was really rom-com-y, and I loved the male main character. His name is Henry, and I just loved him so much. He was like very golden retriever coded, and I just loved him. He was adorable, and he's like obsessed with her, but I feel like he felt so real as a male main character, and I love that. And then the female main character, I feel like she had a lot of growth, and she had to persevere through a lot of grief she was holding and a lot of guilt she felt. And I feel like that storyline was very convincing, and it felt so real. The characters felt so real, and for some reason I was so invested in their story, and it just felt so good getting through a book this quick and just like enjoying it as much as I did. 4.75, maybe 5. I honestly don't know what is wrong with. There's nothing wrong with the book, so I just don't know. I don't know if it gives me that feeling enough. So if I think about it more, I definitely have to sit on that rating. So if I think about it like over the next couple of days, maybe it'll be a 5-star, but I don't know. I think it's definitely one of my favorite romance books I've read. Okay, so that one's finished. I don't know what book I'll choose next, but you will be seeing me tomorrow with that choice, and I will most likely be puppy sitting at that time. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, hey, we're at the puppy sitting house. Sorry if there's a bunch of background noise. There's a lot of cars driving by on the road and birds chirping and puppies, because we're puppy sitting. Now, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna get any reading done in this book today, but I did want to kind of quickly update you on where I got yesterday. I did not get far at all. I literally just read the first chapter, and then I was exhausted, so I went to bed. And I got 10 pages in, and I got through chapter 1, and that was, it's dual point of view, and so it was, wait, hold on. It was Hallie's, I think that's how you say her name. It was her point of view, and then the other POV is Henry, which is the male main character. And then I just wanted to talk about how in this first chapter, I already felt like I really connected to this character, at least the female main character. I felt like, I don't know, I just really saw myself in her, like just with the anxiety and everything, and like the situation kind of just, I don't know, made me really feel for her. And that's really all for the first thing. There's a playlist in the book, and I really love when books have playlists in them, because I like seeing how the authors would represent their books with music. I just really think that's cool. And then the dedication is adorable. Hey, no barking, please. Sorry. The dedication is adorable, and it really touched my heart. I really felt seen. I don't know. It was just So cute. And then I'll read it to you in a minute, but there's also quotes. Cars driving by. There's also a quote, and the quote was Emily Dickinson, and it says, "But a book is only the heart's portrait, every page a pulse." Oh my gosh, I love that. I like starting that, I already loved it so much. And then here's the dedication, and I just felt so seen as a older sister and just an older sibling in general. Come here. They're running around barking. And there's a bunch of cars. I'm sorry, there's just so much background noise. And now they're running in circles. Okay, let me just quickly read this dedication for you guys. It says, "For the eldest daughters in my life, I see you, I appreciate you, and most important, I love you for who you are and not what you do for everyone." I just thought that was really sweet. And then also the author had a whole note in there for us to just kind of talk about the characters and everything. So it was a letter from Hannah Grace, who is the author of the Maple Hill series. And I really like that we kind of got to learn about like the representation in this book with mental health things and just other things that pertain to this book. I just thought it was really interesting. So anyways, that's all my updates on this book. I'm one chapter in, and I already can connect to a character so much, and that's crazy. But I'm really hoping I'm gonna enjoy it, but let's see. Anyways, look at my princess cup. I have lemonade. And guys, this is what you're sitting on right now. You're sitting on a bag of chips. Isn't that so fun? Look at the view. It's so pretty. You can see the water. Wait, I'm trying to, the water. It's so pretty. Anyways, that's all the updates on this, and I'll continue reading it and tell you what I think about it. So. Hi guys, I know I've done such a bad job of updating you with this book, but I literally just finished it. It's been almost a week and a half since I last was on this vlog, and I really apologize for that. I don't know, I've just been doing such a bad job with updating you about this book and even getting any footage, so I do apologize for that. I've been super busy with exams and everything. So anyways, I did just finish this, and I thought it was a really cute romance book. I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to read the second book in this series because I skipped from first to second. It's the Icebreaker series, Maple Hills. And yeah, I definitely want to read about Russ's story. He's one of the hockey players, just like Henry is, and just like Nate was. I'm giving this like a 3.75 to 4. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cute romance book. I thought the plot of this book was really creative and the characters just had a lot of depth to them, and yeah, I think she did a really good job with this book in depicting different types, people with different types of, I don't really know how to say this, with like neurodivergent people. I think she did a really good job of depicting that, and there was a lot of diversity in her books with mental illnesses and everything, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the book, and I think Henry added a lot to the plot overall. I really liked how their relationship progressed over the course of the book. I think it was different than a lot of romances I've read, and the third act conflict was something I really never have seen done before, and I just really liked that aspect of the book because I don't really like third act breakups, and I think the conflict in this book just felt so real. I don't know, I just really liked this book. I thought it was fun. It did take me a little while to read, but I still really enjoyed it, and I really liked the main character, Hal. I feel like you find a lot within her that you could relate to, and I think her anxiety and everything was just really a prominent part of the book, and I think that aspect of the book really helped me feel seen, and I just really enjoyed it. So yeah, it was a good book. This is kind of ending the vlog, but before I go, I got my book of the month mail for the month of May, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys what it was. So here it is. So the bookmark this month says it's been pages since we met, and there you go, right there. And then the book I chose for this month is called, it's called The Bombshell by Daro Far. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Look at the colors, yellow and pink. Why can I not close this? Look at this, but look at the book cover. It's just really interesting. Look, it's like a real person on the cover. That's so cool. Anyways, I chose this book. I feel like it had a really interesting synopsis. I only really read half of it, so I don't really know what's going on in the book, but I feel like it's just different than most of the books I usually get from Book of the Month, which are romances. Here's a romance I got. So like, I mostly get romances from Book of the Month. I just think they choose really good romances every time they have a romance, and I believe this was literary fiction? Contemporary fiction? No, literary fiction. She's a French teenager, and she's like, her family's really rich and everything, so she has a lot. She's very privileged, and she gets kidnapped off her bike one night, and basically she gets held for ransom. But she's like very out there, and I just feel like she's almost like very manipulative and like a powerhouse, and like she's very beautiful, and I think the kidnappers like make a connection with her. I don't know, they like fall into her antics or something, and then like basically she gets in line with these people who are in this group of people. I'm not sure. Anyways, I guess I'll talk about it in my wrap up for May. So that's my book of the month. So yeah, I'm ending this video right here. Thank you so much if you're still here, and if you are, put a tulip down in the comments if you're still here. And so a quick little recap before I leave you. These are the two books I read. They are both romances. I read Daydream by Hannah Grace. I gave this 3.75. And then I read Passion Project by London Sperry, and I gave this 4.75. I 100% recommend this, and I definitely recommend Daydream too. So I had a really good time in this video, and thank you so much for coming along. Please subscribe, click notifications, like all the YouTube things. So thank you so much. Bye.